Welcome everyone to Los Angeles, where a steady torrent of rain has hit the city over the last several days. But keep in mind that rain is a sign of prosperity in the spiritual realm. Welcome everyone to NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm. Prosperity waiting on the Lakers perhaps today, as Anthony Davis and his Lakers hope to get on the inside. Right now, though, on the outside, looking in with respect to the play-in tournament. They are number 11. Meanwhile, Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns looking to make it 3 in a row this year against the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Suns right now are the 4th seed in the Western Conference. 4 games in the loss column behind Sacramento, but 2 ahead of the suddenly ailing Los Angeles Clippers. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these teams tonight. For the Suns, it's Paul and Booker in the backcourt. Okogie, Torrey Craig, and Bismack Biyombo getting another start in place of DeAndre Ayton. Meanwhile, Russell and Austin Reeves put into the starting lineup in place of Malik Beasley. Vanderbilt Davis rounding out the starting 5, along with D'Angelo Russell for Los Angeles. The Lakers have more starting lineups than any other team in the NBA. 36 different ones. Mark Jones courtside along with Mark Jackson, George Sedano as well. We'll hear from George shortly with a couple of pivotal updates. And Phoenix will have possession first. Okogie will walk it into the front court, guarded by Brown. Here's Paul, guarded by Reeves. Brown switches onto him. Booker, shot clock at 7. Okogie's been knocking down his 3 balls, but not that time. Biyombo with the offensive rebound. Booker on the drive, and he turns it over. Russell on the fly. Here's Paul behind the Biyombo screen. Picked up his dribble. Little post game here. Cross court for Shamet. They found the hot guy. Everything but the bucket. Shamet, Schroeder, and 2 free throws coming Schroeder's way.
This is the way you want Dennis Schroeder to play, with pace in the half court, in transition, play out a pick and roll, look to be aggressive, pick your spots, when to look to score and put pressure, constant pressure on the defense.
And Schroeder at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. One of the faster players they have on this Lakers squad. Brown will come into the ball game. Reeves gets a seat. You know, Schroeder was asked and volunteered a little information recently. I'm not sure about the relative significance of it, but he, in reference to LeBron's relative health, said something about, yeah, German doctors are really good. I'm not sure what to do with that, Mark, but I'm just going to leave it right there. Because he volunteered it. George, maybe you know something more about Schroeder's comments in that context. You know,
Mavericks were confused as well, because when the Warriors are now inbounding the ball, easy bucket for Kevon Looney, and Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban upset about this, saying it was our ball. It was told to us that it was our ball. So the game continues. Luka Doncic a little bit upset here. It would end up being a 3-point game with a second left here. Luka going to work, doesn't get it to fall. The Warriors go on to win this one. Luka doing a little gesture that I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being fined for. But this is what Mark Cuban is upset about. He says, for those wondering about the play in the third quarter, let me explain what happened. He says the ref called Mavs ball. The announcer announced it in the arena. There was a timeout. During the timeout, the official changed the call and never told us. Then, when they saw us line up as if it was our ball, he gave the ball to the Warriors, never said a word to us. They get an easy basket. Crazy that it would matter in a 2-point game. Worst officiating non-call mistake possibly in the history of the NBA. All they had to do was tell us, and they didn't. So, Mark Cuban is contesting the result of this game that hasn't happened since 2008.
Welcome sight for Devin Booker, seeing a tough shot go in on the previous possession. You don't want to allow a legit scorer like him to get it going. And I'd keep Vanderbilt on him at all times, length and activity.
This ball gets it back from Biyombo, dancing behind the screen, and knocks down another mid-range jump shot. This is one of the most prolific mid-range shooting teams in the NBA when you consider Booker, CP3, and Kevin Durant, who will be back soon. Davis inside the roll man.
Again, that high screen and roll and diving to the cup, and another.
That's going to be a foul against Vanderbilt. And now they're going to reverse it and call offensive foul against Booker, who's still on the court, shaken up. Scott Foster looked the other way and deferred.
And good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, George. Boy, that was a great skip pass by Booker to the corner, but Shamet couldn't convert. 3-point Laker lead as we begin this fourth and final quarter. Lakers one spot out of the play-in tournament. Phoenix Suns, meanwhile, the number 4 seed in the West. Reeves starting the fourth quarter the way he began the game, with buckets. Booker draws the foul on Gabriel. And Devin Booker will go to the free throw line.
Both teams came out first possession with outstanding execution on plays. This time it was Gabriel finding Austin Reeves going backdoor, another dynamic cut by the Laker wing players, and a beautiful finish.
Gabriel out of Kentucky fouling another guy out of Kentucky. Booker at the free throw line, knocks down the first. Hey, here's our NCAA Women's Championship Sweet 16 matchups for Friday on ESPN and the app. Miami, a basketball school, taking on Villanova, tipping off the day at 2:30 Eastern. Angel Reese and
Davis wants the basketball on the block.
sprints into the ball screen on Shamet. Tough pass. And the Suns have numbers. Shamet. Not sure who he was passing it to. It's a turnover. It'll be Lakers basketball. That's the 15th turnover of the game for Monty Williams' team. Los Angeles looking for their 36th win of the season. Win tonight puts them back in the play-in tournament.
Well, on a little pin down for Anthony Davis. That curl, catching the basketball and get out of his way. But again, I don't like where he's catching it, above the three-point line.
Working on Biyombo, raising up, and through the contact, took the hit, and right back to the free throw line. He has made a procession to the line tonight. Davis shooting his 9th and 10th free throws. Foul's going to go against Craig, his 4th.
And how you get away with it is he's not selling. He catches above the three-point line, but